Bartholomew, the apostle to the nations. He was not as well known as Peter or John, nor as outspoken as Paul, but Bartholomew carried the gospel to some of the farthest corners of the ancient world. Tradition says he translated Matthew's gospel into the language of India, preached Christ to idol worshippers, and finally laid down his life in Armenia, cruelly beaten and crucified. His story reminds us that God often uses the quietest voices to leave the loudest echoes. Who was Bartholomew? Bartholomew is listed among the 12 in every gospel: Matt 10:3, Mark 3:18, Luke 6:14, Acts 1:13. Many scholars identify him with Nathanael, the friend Philip brought to Jesus in John 1:45-49. When Philip told him, "We have found the one Moses wrote about," Nathanael doubted, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" Yet when Jesus revealed that he had seen Nathanael under the fig tree, Nathanael declared, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God, you are the King of Israel." If Bartholomew and Nathanael are the same man, then he began as a skeptic, but became one of the earliest confessors of Christ's divinity. His missionary work tradition records that Bartholomew traveled widely with the gospel. He is said to have preached in India, where he left behind a copy of Matthew's gospel in the local language, Arabia and Mesopotamia, reaching regions far beyond Judea, Armenia, where his final witness took place. Bartholomew's missionary heart reflects Christ's command to carry the gospel to the ends of the earth, Acts 1:8. His footsteps trace some of the most distant roads of any apostle. His martyrdom. In Armenia, Bartholomew's preaching converted many to Christ, even members of the royal household. This angered the pagan priests, who stirred up opposition. Bartholomew was seized, beaten, and condemned to death. Accounts differ. Some say he was flayed alive, others that he was crucified upside down. What is certain is that he endured a violent death at the hands of idolaters, around AD 68. The law condemned him as a disturber of the peace, guilty of dishonoring the gods. Grace crowned him as a faithful witness who carried the name of Christ to nations far from home. Law and grace in Bartholomew's story law branded him as a blasphemer, an enemy of the state, and subjected him to cruel torture and execution. Grace called him from doubt to confession, entrusted him with the gospel, sustained him across distant lands, and received him into eternal glory. Law said, "You are guilty and condemned." Grace said, "You are chosen and crowned." Devotional reflection. Bartholomew teaches us that God uses ordinary disciples in extraordinary ways. Though little is recorded about him, his quiet faith carried Christ across continents. He reminds us that doubts can become faith. Nathanael once questioned, but later confessed boldly, "You are the Son of God." And he shows us the cost of discipleship. His death was cruel, but his hope was firm. His body may have been broken, but his soul was secure in Christ. Bartholomew's life asks us, are we willing to carry Christ wherever he sends us? Will we confess him boldly, even when it costs everything? Pray today, Lord, give me Bartholomew's courage, to take your gospel to hard places, to confess you when the world opposes me, and to remain faithful even in suffering. And remember, the same Christ who saw Nathanael under the fig tree, who sent Bartholomew to the nations, and who received him from the cross into glory, sees you, sends you, and will one day crown you with eternal life.